Welcome to Legacy English. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of one of the most influential figures in the history of science, Isaac Newton. As we explore his incredible journey, you'll not only gain insights into the mind of this pioneering scientist, but also improve your English skills by following along with this captivating and detailed narrative. This is your opportunity to learn English through a story that blends history, science, and innovation. Isaac Newton was born on January 4th, 1643, in the small village of Woolsthorpe, England. His early years were marked by hardship, as he was born prematurely and his father passed away 3 months before he was born. Newton's mother remarried when he was just 3 years old, and he was raised by his grandmother, which left him feeling isolated and often lonely during his childhood. Despite these challenges, Newton's mind began to show signs of brilliance at a very young age. Newton was a curious child, always questioning the world around him. He was fascinated by the natural world and spent hours observing how things worked. This curiosity led him to experiment with various objects and forces, which eventually developed into his passion for science. He attended the University of Cambridge at the age of 18, where his academic journey would shape the future of science as we know it. At Cambridge, Newton studied a variety of subjects, including mathematics, astronomy, and physics. However, it was in mathematics that he truly excelled, developing groundbreaking theories that would change the course of history. Newton's work in calculus, a branch of mathematics that deals with rates of change and motion, would later become one of the cornerstones of modern science and engineering. His pioneering efforts laid the foundation for many of the scientific advances that followed. One of the most well-known stories about Newton's life involves the moment he allegedly discovered the law of gravity. According to legend, while sitting under an apple tree, an apple fell to the ground, sparking his curiosity about why objects always fall straight down. This simple observation led him to develop the theory that gravity is a force that pulls objects toward the center of the Earth. This idea revolutionized our understanding of the physical world and became one of the key principles of Newton's laws of motion. Newton's 3 laws of motion are among the most important scientific principles ever discovered. These laws explain how objects move and interact with forces. The first law states that an object at rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by an external force. The second law defines the relationship between force, mass, and acceleration. The third law tells us that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. These laws not only apply to everyday objects, but also to celestial bodies, such as planets and moons. In addition to his work in mechanics and gravity, Newton made significant contributions to the field of optics. He discovered that white light is made up of many different colors and demonstrated this by passing light through a prism, creating a rainbow. He also developed a theory of color and light, which would later influence the study of optics and vision. His work on the nature of light helped lay the groundwork for modern optical technologies. Newton's most famous work, Philosophia Naturalis Principia Mathematica, Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, was published in 1687. In this monumental work, Newton described the laws of motion and the law of universal gravitation in mathematical terms. The book not only changed the way we view the universe, but also set the stage for future scientific discoveries. It is considered one of the most important works in the history of science. Despite his immense achievements, Newton's personality was complex. He was known for his intense focus on his work and his somewhat reclusive nature. He often clashed with other scientists, including the famous philosopher and mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, over the development of calculus. The dispute over the invention of calculus became one of the most famous scientific controversies in history. Newton's contributions extended beyond science. He served as the president of the Royal Society, an institution dedicated to the promotion of scientific knowledge, and he was later appointed as warden and then master of the Royal Mint, where he helped reform England's currency and combat counterfeiting. As Newton aged, he continued to work on a variety of scientific and philosophical topics, but his later years were marked by a growing sense of dissatisfaction with the scientific community. He became increasingly focused on alchemy and biblical chronology, interests that were more mystical in nature. Despite this, his work in mathematics, physics, and optics remained central to the scientific world. Isaac Newton passed away on March 31st, 1727, at the age of 84. He was buried in Westminster Abbey, a fitting tribute to a man whose work changed the world. Today, Newton is remembered as one of the most brilliant minds in the history of science, and his contributions continue to shape the way we understand the universe. Learning about Isaac Newton's life is not just a journey through the history of science. It's an exploration of the power of curiosity, observation, and innovation. Newton's story teaches us that great discoveries often come from asking simple questions and observing the world around us with an open and curious mind. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the life of Isaac Newton. We hope this story has not only deepened your understanding of one of the greatest scientific minds in history, but also helped you improve your English skills. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who love learning through stories. Stay tuned for more captivating narratives and language lessons here on Legacy English. See you next time.